I, yeah.
Yes.
So when you say you think you do, that means that you're not, active on it, right?
No, but, I don't, manage this, I have somebody else do that for me.
So I want you guys to actually, Google Business Profile is one of the most important online presence that a realtor could have. So when you said, I think I have a Google profile, I think what you've done is what majority of people do. They will set up a Google Business Profile and then they will forget about it, right? But do you upkeep like your social media, like your Instagram, your, Facebook, crazy video? Okay, so do you update your Instagram, your social media, all of that, right? So I want you guys to have a different perspective on your Google business page. What is the largest search engine out there right now in the world of web?
Google.
Google,
It's
yeah.
Google, right?
Mhm.
Google has 92% of the market share in terms of, like a portal for searches, right? That's where everyone goes.
Mhm.
So think of yourself, when you're looking for something, right? You go on Google and you do a search, right? Always.
Yeah.
So if that's how you search, how do you think people will be searching for realtors?
The same way.
The same way.
Mhm.
So, and they want to search for you for what? For validation that they're using the right person, or, and they want instant information.
And also to see how we do in business, because you know, the reviews, it helps a lot.
Correct. So what kind of clients do you think we get through Google searches? Mostly
You mean what kind of?
clients, customers.
Buyers, and also people who, especially if they are looking at you, like, they are like, not just,
Why is that they don't have validation of some,
Yeah.
they still search for one?
I think majority of Google searches is more geared towards seller leads and agent referrals. When a buyer is looking for a home, where do they go? Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. So there was like a research, a statistics done where they said Facebook is like 90%, Facebook ads is like 90% buyer lead, maybe 10%, 10% seller leads, right? And then they were doing other research, and Google is actually a buyer, 50% sellers. Because think about it. Put yourself in the shoes of like a seller, right? Majority of the time, they'll probably go into Google and they're like, oh, you know, let me do a search in my neighborhood for a real estate agent, right? Like, do you show up? And we talked about Google Ads last week, right? I want to talk about now organic, right? Google Ads and Google Screen, which I hope you guys have set up. Yeah, from last week.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
All right, whatever I'm teaching, you guys really should do. It's not like, oh, good idea, and then like, just don't do it. So organic leads, you have to build your online presence, especially if you're looking to build your brand, build your reputation, and really have this business as a career long-term, right? So I was doing like a bunch of research, and I want to show you the different things that Google has, right? Think of Google as, you're creating like a huge like web basically, and you want your web to be sticky. Majority of people who are doing searches on Google right now, they want all the information on the Google page. When you when, back in my days, right, we used to like emphasize, oh, how important websites are, or how important, you know, having a great lead capture, whatever. People want instant gratification now, don't they?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So right now, if you have a Google business profile, it has all the information that a consumer wants. Right? So every time, and I understand how Google works, right? Because you become more relevant based on how active you are. Google wants their customers to have accurate information. And if you are like what you did, you set up your business profile and did absolutely nothing to it afterwards,
Mhm.
you're not active. And if you're not active, they are gonna know you're not active, and they're not gonna put you up there page. You have to be active, all right? And you have to be relevant. So you'll notice that on my Google business page, I'm gonna just show you guys some stuff, right? And then I'll show you how to set up a Google business page for those of you who don't have it. But you're your own business, aren't you?
Yeah.
All of us are independent contractors.
Mhm.
I want to create a Google business page because the Lily Tran team is my business. I'm just working under the EXP umbrella,
Yeah.
right? So if you look at all my like photos, for example, right? If you click into it, there is just a lot of information.
One question
Uh-huh.
before that. So how do I go, like, I just put my name or,
Okay, let me start from the very
Yeah.
beginning, guys.
yes.
Go to business.google.com.
Mhm.
And if you do not have a Google business profile yet,
Google business profile. That's
Yeah.
how we go.
yeah. Well, in order to have a Google business profile, you have to have a Gmail account.
Mhm.
Those of you, you all should have, it's free, come on.
Yeah, I have one.
What is it called? Business, Google Business?
Business.google.com. Why don't you have a business account?
I don't know, I'm gonna tell my VA to set up a business account for you.
It's not just about setting it and forgetting it. So the first 10 minutes was about that. Google search engine works on accuracy, relevance, and how the users are interacting with you. If you're setting up your Google business page and you are forgetting it, it's gonna forget you. Okay? So in order to be up there, like when I know sellers are looking for realtors, they're gonna type in Forest Hills Realtor, they're gonna type in Regal Park Realtor, real estate agent, top real estate agent, whatever, right? So when you're setting up your Google business page, you need to make sure that you're labeling it correctly, right? If you want, and it also, the relevance is also location based.
It will show, it will see
Yeah,
like
like
that.
you're already set up,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
You're here, but if you look, you don't have much photos, right?
Mhm.
And then all your information, I can't read Spanish,
I know, it's
But,
like a lady.
but you don't have any other information down here. You don't, I'll show you guys, all the tools that Google business page has right now. So when I first set up my Google business page, it wasn't a lot of details, right? They eventually began adding more and more features to it. And I'm gonna show you each of the features that you really should update every few days or weekly at the very least. Because if you're not active, the algorithm knows you're not active and you're not gonna be on Google's first page. So do this, okay, guys? Not on your computer, but on somebody else's computer, Google yourself. See what comes up, right? Because when I Google myself, it knows, the computer knows. It's my computer, right? I'm signed into my Google account, I'm signed into. So when I Google myself, Lily Tran, I have my whole Google ads, my whole everything already showing up that I could go ahead in and edit if I choose to, right? So First thing is set up your Google page. I'm not gonna do this because I already have my Google page, right? Your store website should be your website. Do you have a physical store? Our office is our physical store. Okay, set everything up, set up your profile. I put Forest Hills Realtor because it's more, target market, right? But what I've also done is, as you enter in photos, guys, see if you manage photos, you need to label some of these, like, if you see over here, 85 Dartmouth, Forest Hills Gardens. Over here, Forest Hills Co-op, Meadow Lake. These labels or these names is what's gonna also help, right, with the searches. I've also included some videos.
Oh, I love the video element of that.
Right? So we've done that. I've also had, you know, Cindy do this.
Summary of everything that you know, plain text that they can use anybody. Notes, which we used to share.
Oh, you guys need to update.
Utility companies,
These are just photos that I've uploaded,
important documents
right?
here.
And labeling is so important.
This is one of the
Here's another. Right? It just shows like different types of marketing. Think of a business that you're searching today, right? If you're going on and you see that they don't even have a Google business page, why am I echoing? Sorry. Okay, if you don't even have like a Google business page, right? Immediately millennials are gonna say, well, this person doesn't even know how to market themselves, how are they gonna market my property? Right? It's really important, especially when you're in sales. If you're like a plumber or someone who changes tires or maybe something else, maybe it's not as important, but we're in sales and you yourself, you don't even know how to market yourself. How are you gonna market your client's property? This is one of the objection handlers that Michelle and I use all the time. We're like, look at this person's marketing. Like they're charging you X percentage, but there's a reason. They can't even market themselves. How are they gonna help you get possible? Right? So if you guys are not marketing yourself properly, you're not showing up as the professional that these people are hiring you to be. Okay, so this is just the photos. Not, so you guys could continuously add photos, but what I also do is I add updates. You see over here? So whatever I add to my, Facebook, Instagram, I also add to my updates. Okay?
In Google.
In my Google business page, and you label it, and you hashtag it, and you do all of that, okay? Here's a little bio. So you could write, AI is pretty cool right now, right? You could go into your Google business page, you could write a little bit about yourself, and if you don't like how it sounds, there's a button where you can click for AI to generate a description for you. So I wrote a little bit and I didn't like it so much, and then I clicked that button and it wrote, Lily Transtein, Forest Hills Realtor with EXP New York, and is your trusted choice for real estate services with over 24 years of experience in the local market. We're experts in residential homes, co-ops, and condominium sales. So I wanted these keywords in there. Our commitment is honest and quality service. Our commitment to honest and quality service has delivered proven results, earning us a reputation as a leading real estate team in the Forest Hills, Rico Park, Kew Gardens, and Greater Queens neighborhoods. Again, I'm putting in neighborhoods that, you know, these keywords that I target, right? And you guys should too. We provide market expertise, tailored solutions to help you achieve your real estate goals. I want to show you guys this other cool thing that they recently added, products, right? This section with products, sorry, give me a second. Okay. This section with their product, I wanted to show you. So I created sell a home or buy a home, right? So instead of them going straight to my website now, Google wants to keep the consumer on their site. Google is basically saying, don't leave our site. We have everything you need here. But if you don't have everything they need here, you've lost their attention, you haven't captured their information, and now they're off to like Zillow or somewhere else or whatever, right? Millennials, when they're searching for flights, back then, when we were looking for flights, the cheapest flight, we would go to Expedia, then we'll go to Travelocity, then we'll go to like, or, what is that, Orbitz or whatever, and then we try to like compare everything, right? What has Google done?
Put everything on.
On one freaking site, Google has done all of that for us, so that you could not even leave your site, and they'll tell you Expedia is at this price, Travelocity is at this price, Orbitz at this price. What they are doing is that they're getting all the information, and they want to maintain their market share. Their market share is over 92%. They want you to keep you on here. So if your Google business page, which is your spider web, isn't sticky and it has holes in it, you're gonna lose those insects are flying right through. You're losing those leads, right? Everything else, like the social media, Instagram, Facebook, all those other sites, should be bringing them back to where your spider web is, right? So think about your Google business page. What type of content is on there and how are you capturing their leads? So I created this thing called sell a home, buy a home. I'm gonna create more tabs. I left it blank so I could show you guys here, okay, because this is pretty new. So if you were a consumer and you're like, oh, let me look up Lily Chen, and it says sell a home here, if they were to click sell a home, sorry, I don't know why it's probably there. Where is it? Okay, sell a home. It'll bring them to my review, right? You guys see it?
Yeah.
And then it says visit site. So you have to write a little info about selling a home. So you have to, choose and copy and paste or whatever. You should write your own. Visit site. So they could call me directly. My phone number is right there, if you guys look, see, up here. But if they decide to visit site, they could also go through here and we will capture their information here. All of our content is here. Who builds your website? This is Brevity, and then my assistant will help me clean it up. Because I wanted a very clean, easy website. Okay, so many call to action, like let's chat. Or talk about pricing, or hey, you want a home valuation, right? So there's different options, and then even when they get to the very bottom, they could input their information. So I've absolutely received a lot of, seller leads through Brevity, through my website.
That one, besides the one we get from here.
This is not the way.
No,
I don't know.
so you haven't,
I have Brevity, yeah, I use Brevity. So let me go back to my thing.
So we get a website, isn't it just MLS? What is the website from EXP?
You could create your own EXP website through KV4.
We have it all.
KV4. Yeah, it's just that I was with Brevity from Exit and like prior, and I didn't want to change, and I liked it. So what I want you guys to do is set up your product, right? My products are my inventory. Plus, I want to capture buyer and seller leads. So even if I click buy a home, right, over here, and they want to click buy a home, it brings them to another section where they could either call me or visit my site on looking to buy a home. Okay? So I know this is very tedious in the very beginning, but you really need to set up your business the right way.
Or hire someone to set it up for you.
Yeah, but they're gonna do the bare minimum and you need to have it maintained every week, every couple of days, right? So if you have a VA, you have to give your VA instructions on how to upkeep it, to keep it active so that Google knows that you're an active business. And then they'll push your page up and your profile up. But if you're not active, if you're like set it and forget it, and you're no longer relevant or active, you're getting pushed down. Okay, let's go back. Hey, where's my little picture? Let's go back. Here I am. So what I've done also is I created another link where if they want to search for Forest Hills one-bedroom co-op, right? These are all of my active one-bedroom co-ops. And if they were to click on any one of them, right? It'll bring them, like, for example, this is the latest one. It'll bring them to this page, which will give them a brief description. And then you see where it says visit site. It'll bring them to the property website. The property website that I have is created by my photographer, who's also my assistant. But it also gives them more photos. It gives them the Matterport virtual walkthrough. And it also gives them a contact if they want to reach out to see this property. So what Google Profile has basically done is that it's created a different search engine for like your buyers. So if they know that they could get updated listings or updated information from your Google Business Profile, they'll follow you, right? I'm going to show you how to do this now. So let's say I want to create another product. Okay, I'm gonna go into, this is how I do it. I know you guys all don't have Slack, but I've labeled all of my listings on Slack. I guess you guys can't see it because Slack is an app that is here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this 2-bedroom in the Colorado. So first, I'm gonna do add, and it brings you here. The product name, I'm gonna name it the Colorado. D15, no, wait. What is the unit number? Just 1 second. D8. D8, okay? Select a category. Since I haven't done a 2-bedroom category, I'm gonna create a new one. Forest Hills, 2-bedroom. Okay. The product price is going to be. Forgotten. Let me copy and paste. Where's the show tour? Uh-oh. No, where's the show tour? Oh, yeah, because it was not created by my assistant, it was created by someone else. Okay, edit, copy. So this is asking 429. So I'm gonna do 429. This is the product landing page, edit page. I think this is the product. No. So if you guys don't have what I have, right, which is the page where they keep all the photos, then maybe you could bring them back to your website. You guys should have a website, right? So this is the copy. I'm gonna paste this right over here. That's my link to all the photos, the Matterport, all of that, right? And then the property description, I'm gonna just copy and paste what I've written for Street Easy on the other side. So if I click on here, I'm gonna just copy and paste, I mean, you guys can see some of these stuff, these pages. I'm gonna copy and paste. They only allow 1,000. Okay, edit, copy. So if you do this for every, and you could have your VA do it, right? Kind of too long, I could go in and edit it later. But this is what I'm gonna put on. Then I'm gonna select a photo. I've uploaded the photo before. I'm gonna upload this. I'm trying to say. And then that's it. You see? That's all you need to do. And then you click publish. And it's been added. So it's gonna take a few minutes. And then I'm gonna have another tab over here that says Forest Hills 2-bedroom co-op. I'm gonna add another one, show you that. Just do it again. The Continental. 10U. I'm gonna open my 10U Slack. Not too hard, right guys? I just throw up all the stuff on you guys. Okay, so I have that show tour, so I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna paste it over here on the landing page. I'm gonna select the category that is now a 2-bedroom co-op. Right? The asking price is, I think, $569. Let me just double check. Yeah, $569. And then I'm gonna copy and paste the description that I've written already for all my sites over here. Edit, copy. And then I'm gonna go here. And paste it right in. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna select a photo, go to my photo section. This is the photo for the Continental and okay. Easy, right? So what I've done basically is let Google know that I am an active business. On top of that, I'm creating links where my clients will be able to click on and I'm able to capture their information. It also shows the public how active we are, right? So you all, it hasn't gone up yet. Refresh. And it hasn't publicly gone on yet, but I want you guys to just wait and then you can see. So over here are all my updates. For those of you who have not created or downloaded the Google Business app yet, you should do it. Because whenever I'm posting things on IG, I'll just download, copy it, paste it on Facebook, download it, copy it, paste it on LinkedIn, download it, just copy paste on my Google Business page as an update. So it should be one of your, updates. Whenever you post, whatever you're posting on Instagram, you should be posting on Facebook. Whatever you're posting there should be posted on LinkedIn and everything else. So you see over here now my profile. You should do this too. You should have a YouTube, an Instagram, a Facebook, and a LinkedIn.
So you have everything.
I have everything. So that's what Google wants, right? Like I said, Google wants you to stay on their page. Okay? This is another thing that I'm going to need to change. I want to show you guys. You see here where I write, I have open 24 hours. I want to change that now because I realize that if people are contacting you, let's say at 11 at night, and you don't answer them until the morning, Google knows. Yeah. If they're calling you and you don't pick up, Google knows. So it also depends on how accurate, your time and all of that is. So if you go onto my Google screen, this was last week, right? When I told you guys about Google screen and I told you guys about Google Ads. On the very bottom of Google screen, it says that I respond within 15 minutes. Right? And if your time keeps going higher and higher and the consumer sees does not respond for 6 hours, the customer might not want to contact you.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys, it made sense at first, like, oh, I could, tell them 24 hours. At first I had 9 to 7, then I was like, maybe I should just do 24 hours. Changed it to 24 hours, then I did some additional research and I realized, like, it's actually not great at 24 hours, because if I'm not responding quick enough, my response rate drops. You guys okay?
Yeah, you're giving me a lot to think about. No, makes sense. I'm not good at these things, I prefer to have
No,
someone else.
but you have to be good at it. You
Yeah,
have to. I know, guys, this is a lot. Like last week, I told you about Google Ads and I told you about Google Screen, and many of you probably haven't even gotten to that yet. And now I'm throwing up Google Business Profile at you. But I'm telling you, everything that I'm teaching you, I am doing. Right? Every time I go on a listing appointment or, a referral calls in, I always ask them, how did you find out about me? A lot of times they're like, I Googled you. They just Googled you. I found you on Google, right? So I know that it's relevant. I know that it's important.
Oh,
It's so hard. You didn't know it at all, right?
no, I knew, just that I'm not using that like you can.
Yeah, you didn't, these updates, a lot of people are not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I actually was surprised at this section over here. Like, add a product, I don't have a product, and I was like, wait a minute, I do have a product.
So I'm thinking,
Right.
and what Facebook, like social media is working great for me, but if I can manage this the same way, I think it will become more leads, right?
Here's my 2 bedrooms, it showed up, guys, see? Those 2 that I just put in so quickly is now over here, these are my categories. So if they click on here now, right? 2-bedroom co-op, they could go here. And they could visit the property site. See?
So I'm signing a the listing today is like adding there. Everything. What you say?
On your Google Business page, why not, right? Because everything comes down to keywords and how relevant you are and how active you are. If you're not posting, like, this is your business page. Think of yourself as a store, like you're walking into Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, and if they have nothing on their shelves to buy, are you gonna go back to their shelves?
No.
No, what's on the shelf is your inventory of what you have to offer, right? So like, why not create it and treat it as if you could see your storefront,
Which website you use to, for the photo?
whatever my photographer uses.
Oh, they send you the link.
They send me the link. So I use my assistant, she's actually up for hire, if you guys want to use her, Cindy, yeah.
Fire her?
Huh?
You fire her?
I didn't fire her.
No, Cindy is really awesome.
She just had a baby, so she's
Oh.
on maternity leave, so this is why I started using this website, this guy. Cause he fills in whenever Cindy can't. So this is my backup guy, EPM real estate photography, but I personally like Cindy's better, cause it's like cleaner, like little things like this bothers me, let me show you guys. Like, you see over here? She would not have let this happen, look, this one is uneven from. I know, I'm
I'm
just
not
crazy.
crazy, but,
I,
the tone.
no,
Oh, not the window.
the window shades, I
Mhm.
need them to be even all around. I have this like crazy OCD.
You know what?
Where like it has to be symmetrical, it has to, that's just me. And I like my photos you know, clean. Like over here, she would have photoshopped in probably like blue skies or something more, you know, pleasing.
Shout out to Cindy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just me. I know majority of people won't even notice stuff like that, but I do. Okay, so let me go back now. And here's another 2-bedroom that they could click on that I just added. Hey, where'd it go? Hey. Okay. You got a lot of work to do, guys.
Or
Yeah.
hire a VA, I think it's a great, it saves me a lot of
I
time.
think what you need to do first is set it up yourself.
Really?
I think that's the, would you want to understand how? it
I'm
works?
sorry, but VAs is good for maintaining. I don't know if they're great for creating because you are more meticulous and more detailed. Set it up the way you want it set up and then teach them how to maintain it by adding updates, by adding, you know, more photos and things like that. What I also want you guys to do is start reviewing stuff, other businesses. Okay, and you have to do it under your Google business account.
Start reviewing other businesses from my business.
Yeah. Let me show you. So I went to eat recently at, this Persian restaurant right here, right? And I added a review, look at me. When you add reviews, right, and you add photos, people will also see, let me show you. It'll show you the amount of reviews and the amount of photos and things like that that you've made, right? And then it'll also show you how many times people have looked at your photos and things like that. So it's really important. You see all this? I've reviewed here, I've reviewed a bunch of other stuff. I've added photos, I've labeled them. This is Forest Hill Station Square. Sushi places, just local eateries around the area, around Queens, around Brooklyn. You see all of this, the amount of eyeballs that are on these photos?
This is a new
We
role.
are also seeing your,
My profile, it just makes you more relevant to Google as well. You guys understand?
Yeah.
You're attacking at different angles. And then sometimes I'll get like a notification like, oh, your photos have had 10,000 views, look, 35,305 views, you know? So I love food. I go out eating a lot. So I do a lot of food reviews too. Okay, I know,
you thought it all.
yeah. So sometimes I don't want to write reviews, but I'll do it because I know it's gonna get, my activity with Google higher up too. Okay,
Chance that business owner can discuss with you.
yeah, you never know too. So like, you know, especially the local ones. So if you're focused on a certain neighborhood, right? You could say, listen, I'm gonna write a great review for you. You know, in return, if you hear of anyone that needs to buy or sell, you know, what you pay the bill.
Mix it with the business card. Wait,
Yeah, absolutely. Every now and then, you're gonna have to verify your identity. I think they said starting November something, so I've, already submitted, you know, new documents to validate my identity. This is how Google stays relevant. So when you click on it, it says if you've already done it, don't do it again, and I've done that. Keep running ads, complete advertisers, verification. I've already submitted the documents that is required. So they're gonna review it and they're gonna update it. But this is all part of Google, the Google ads that we created last week. Everything is linked together under your Google profile. Is that okay? Okay. So do that. I mean, why don't you guys Google each other? See what you see right now, unless you're embarrassed. But, you know, see how relevant you actually are, or if people can't even find you.
Google me. Abigail Sim. Let's see how much work I'm doing.
T-I-N-N.
Right, double M,
F.
no X.
And then, I wonder, G,
ABIG.
There you are. There you are. You're on Instagram, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Zillow, but I don't see your Google business page.
I don't have one, now I know I need one.
Yeah, and it says you're still with Asset Realty on LinkedIn.
Oh, no.
No. I'm glad you know. Let me fix that.
Yeah, so you guys, remember I also told you about, so the whole topic today is online presence, right? I wanted to start at the core, which is your Google business page. What you need to do now, as you can see, as I Googled Abigail, it brings us to all these other sites, right? You don't have a Google business page, which you really should, right? Because if somebody starts clicking on Zillow and they read about you, you're gonna lose them to also other realtors that are on Zillow, right? So you wanna bring them back to your Google business profile where they could stay there. And that's what Google basically wants. That's what they did with Google Flights, and now they're going into other industries now, which is realtors, farms, electricians, things like that. So now that once you finalize your core, right, which is your Google business page, which is the spider web, now think about the other sites that could bring people back to either your website or your Google business page. As we get older, our audience or our target consumer are getting younger and younger, right? Some of them are millennials. Are millennials going on websites? Or are they trying to find things instantly?
We want things in.
Instant gratification is now a thing, and that's why the Google website is so important. Your personal website is probably was probably important in the early 2000s. And there are still older consumers that are looking for your website, right? But if they could get everything that they need over here on your Google business profile, okay, this has absolutely everything now. Why would they go anywhere? Right? So now let's talk about the extensions. You need to have an Instagram page, right? A business Instagram page. You need to have a Facebook business page. If you have a personal Facebook page, create a business page off your personal page. You should go into homes.com. Homes.com is the second largest search engine now, aside from like realtor.com and Zillow. Just today, I got a lead from homes.com. Let me see. Let me show you. Look, I got a lead. See? From homes.com.
Rental.
No, it's for sale.
Sale.
For sale. And then I also got another lead from homes. Like if you go, people don't realize, you see all this? These are all leads. Okay, so a lot of these are rentals, but some of them you do get sale leads too.
We had a lot of rentals.
Yeah. But if you don't have an updated profile on homes.com, right? You're gonna see what they see. Okay, so make sure you update your profile. You are, but it's not, it doesn't seem completely updated.
Because I didn't even
Look, about Abigail, nothing.
You are the experience.
You have nothing. Yeah, even it's more updated than your LinkedIn. It says EXP, but it's probably linked from like realtor.com or like those other sites. Those of you who don't know, you also have a realtor.com site.
I know.
Look. Realtor.com, Lily Chen. If you click on your Realtor.com site, you also need to have all of your updates here. Right? $137 listings, team information. It has all my on-market listings, my off-market listings, and then you see over here the recommendations. I have my VA going in, and there's two different sections. There's a section for review, and then there's a section for recommendations. Recommendations, you guys could copy and paste all your reviews from Google Business Page or your Zillow and add it into your Realtor.com profile as recommendations and activate it yourself. Because you know majority of consumers will not write reviews on multiple sites, right? Even though I send out an email and request for reviews on my Google Business Page or my Zillow page, they will choose one to write on, and that's it, if you're even lucky, right? You could send out 100 requests for reviews, and maybe 5 people will write it, because it takes time, and people just don't want to do it. It's like annoying for them. But it's so important, right? So my VA will copy and paste these recommendations on here. Okay, so I have over 100 recommendations on Realtor.com. Okay, so these extensions are your online presence. You need to go on every single site and see how you look, and you need to update it. So Realtor.com, how do you look? Homes.com, how do you look? I want to show you guys another thing. There's this new thing called experience. Yeah. Experience.com. They will pull your reviews from Google, from all these other sites, and then they will upload it here. And it'll show you where it's coming from. I need to update. I haven't looked because I'm all closed. Experience is a new thing that I started working on, and then I did not continue, which makes me want to now go on. But Experience, Realtor.com, Homes.com, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'll show you my LinkedIn. Everything that I'm doing, you guys should check about yourself. Here's my LinkedIn. And these are my activities. Every time whatever I put on Instagram, Facebook, I'm putting on here. You see the activities? These are all my posts. And mine says it, you will see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't even realize that.
But if you see all of these activities all over here, these are all the posts that I put on LinkedIn as well, because LinkedIn is a business profile. It literally takes me 2 seconds to copy and paste whatever I post on IG onto LinkedIn. It's so easy.
Put the link is also there.
Yeah. And then I start liking people, so it says liked by Lily. So like some of our agents are copying what I'm doing, right? So they're extending themselves to these other sites.
Last week I put a post in LinkedIn. I don't use it too much, but I do have my, so I decided to put one post that I put in Facebook. And one from the business part that I have like 5 years ago in the restaurant business.
Yeah,
He texted me, come on, let's be evening great.
yeah.
Can we meet up sometime next week? He bought a hotel in New York City.
Oh my
If
God.
you want to come take a look, I have a rooftop,
Yeah.
and use it for meetings, I'm like, yeah, I'm meeting tomorrow.
See,
Just
that's
because of that
all-
post, yeah.
It's all about connections, right? It's all about putting yourself out there so people see how active you are or how great you're doing, right? So, okay. Let's go back to the Google business page. This is one of my ads over here. You see it says edit ads. This is part of my Google ads. So if you guys are not, you see it says selling your home, please New York Real Estate, free market analysis. If you have experience in residential co-op, condominium sales, call your neighborhood specialist. If I want to edit, I could also edit all of this. Have any of you guys tried the Google Ads yet?
No, so like market one of our properties on Google Ads.
No, it's a generic, this is not my property, right? This is all I'm saying is selling your home, like give me a call, right? And it's very targeted, like it's Queens, New York. They also know my profile as being Forest Hills, Regal Park, Kew Gardens driven, right? So we did this last week. Today we're doing the business page, but if you want to do Google Ads, sign into your account, go to ads.google.com. And we discussed that this is, you could do the pay per click, right? Or based on your conversion ratio, right? And that's how it drives it up too. I pay about anywhere from $200 to $300 per month. But you guys know all those sites that charge you guys for leads?
Yeah.
There's like a billion of them out there, right? They're like, oh, I could get you seller leads, I could give you buyer leads, I could give you this and that. Aside from Zillow, right? Because Zillow has dominated, like, being like the search engine for real estate homes. But sometimes these other outside companies, all they're doing, guys, is Google Ads because you're not doing it. And then they're giving you these leads at a premium, right? So why not just perfect it and do it yourself? You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Like
pay for
trying
leads
the
now.
Luxor, which company?
Circle.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Is it
I
good
would
lead?
not, no.
See, guys, I'm telling
One
you.
person told me, I'm not even buying a house, I'm not even interested, I'm like, how would you get here?
Mhm. So you should do Google Ads. That's where the consumers are.
I didn't know before, I knew now.
Come on, you guys gotta do it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do over here now under products, I'm gonna start adding, like 3-bedroom co-ops, you know, Queens, other Queens co-ops and stuff like that. But majority of it is gonna be Forest Hills, Regal Park, Kew Gardens. You yourself, if you don't have listings, then just do buy a home or sell a home, right? Do something. So that you have like websites and links and things driving up the activity on your Google business page. Okay, any questions so far?
No,
Don't
looks great. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it now, so that I have to start from scratch.
Yeah, I think we just need to take what we
It's
learned.
an eye opener.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people, to be honest with you, I even showed this to some of my team members. And people just get busy with busy work that they don't work, they don't work in their business, you know? Or they're just out and doing like the urgent stuff, that they're not creating this that actually builds your business organically.
Now I'm thinking, why are you like this?
Why what?
Why you are like making people?
Why am I an icon? You did it.
This things like, yeah, things like-
Well, you guys gotta think like a business person, right? So in the very beginning, I was prospecting, I was calling, and it was so tedious, and of course it worked. But then I thought, you know, what is a better way to get business? People have to come to me. So I started thinking like, okay, let's think as if you're a seller, think as if you're a buyer. What would you do first? And I would go on Google.
Yeah, we all.
Everyone will go on Google, majority of people, except for like the elderly, let's say, right? Majority of people will go on Google and they might type in something like Realtor in Queens, Realtor in Forest Hills. Do you show up? Whatever your market is, figure out what the keywords are. And that's what Google Ads does, right? Google Ads allows you to pick keywords. So you need to figure out if you're showing up or your competitors showing. You even get a chance to go on that listing appointment and get an interview. Okay, if people ask you questions, you need to answer. So there's Q&As that people have asked about, and I would respond very quickly, and it gets posted. So these public questions get posted and they stay there, right? We're interested in 1 to 2 bedrooms immediately. I'm like, absolutely, give me a contact number and we'll reach out to them, right? Let me know what you're looking for, we'll see if we can help, right? Every question that is asked, you have to answer, right? You have to be responsive. If you rely on your VA,
Absolutely. So now my children are back in, I still have my mom at home with dementia, but my children are, the baby is in school now, and my 8-year-old is in school. And that really helps free up my time. She was going everywhere with me. She was going to work with me every day.
so yeah. No, I'm not gonna say it. These updates that I'm adding, guys, over here. So the updates, if you look on Instagram, right? Some of my videos are over 30 seconds long. The updates on your Google business page cannot be longer than 30 seconds long. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. Now, you guys know YouTube is also owned by Google. So we just did this many years ago, because it was like one day I was like, oh, Cindy, I have to put like under contract signs on like 4 or 5 properties, and so shoot videos for each one. So we just did it for every single home that I was doing, putting under contract on. Oh, look, I missed my long hair. But it's just like little videos here and there. It doesn't always have to be, right? So, and she
And that 30 seconds is the key.
yeah, 30 seconds is what, well, this is YouTube, right? 30 seconds is, the other, is the Google business page. How do I post it? Oh my God. Hello. Okay, that's great. Oh no. Is it frozen? Oh no, sorry guys, I just keep showing you me. How do I post it? Alright, this thing is freezing on me. Does anyone know how to get out of this thing?
You are YouTube or you are,
I'm on YouTube.
so the top.
Okay, there you go. I don't know. How do I close this thing? Oh, okay. I did another one, that's 3 minutes long. Okay, guys, how do I stop this? Okay. But here, okay, whatever. Go on YouTube, create your own channel. I don't do enough videos, and I admit it, because to be honest with you, it's so like time consuming. But I did one recently for the Dorian.
So who does the video?
My computer's freezing, guys. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I have this guy called Dave Finley. Oh no, don't go
Oh
back.
my God, play it.
Don't go back to this. Alright, someone needs
But
to,
videos are very time consuming. I mean, shooting it is one thing, but the edits thereafter, it takes a while.
okay guys, how do I get out of this? Seriously, it's freezing.
You are on YouTube right now.
But anyway, go to my business, if you wanna go to my, see,
YouTube
it's
channel.
like glitching, right?
Yeah,
What the hell? Anyway, the Dorian one, is 1 minute and 30 seconds. Oh, here you go. Here.
Hey, please, instead of being on small house, or something. Hi, I'm gonna be trans, and this is a co-op. Welcome to the door.
So you guys could do, property videos too. In Instagram, the key is you shouldn't go over 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I did this, and then I did a property one too. YouTube is owned by Google. So the
mhm.
videos that you put on, I did one about Forest Hills.
Ooh,
So whatever your neighborhood is. So I'll give you guys this person's name and phone number. Right? So you guys could do a neighborhood one. So if you're dominating like, you know, a certain Queens neighborhood, you should do one of that neighborhood. Like, where was your most recent sales from? Right? So, I mean, this is just an example, okay? And that is part of my Google business page. Where's my Google business page? Here, okay? So no matter what they click on, it's still about me. Yeah. Did you say something? You see over here, this is my team member. He used to be my team member. Vincent's over here.
mhm.
Olga's here. Olga does what I do, but she hasn't updated her thing yet. I think. Look, she does videos, she does photos, but she doesn't have product. She has updates. She's done that, I think. But I need her to add product. She did her profile. But she needs to add product. Right? So this is, you see all these people, like she has updated her, her tag over here to 5 boroughs in Long Island. So it depends on how strategic you want to be and how, or how, you know, if you want to move on narrow niche. Okay?
So for Brooklyn, Brooklyn is pretty big, start with one neighborhood.
Whatever neighborhood you want to,
I
you know,
know.
become. And for your AdWords too, if you're doing Google AdWords, you could be more,
Neighborhood specific.
more neighborhood specific, right? And don't do AdWords for just like a little bit and say it doesn't work, right? It's gonna take time because if your click-to ratio isn't high enough, you're not gonna get up there. So you need it to work so that your click-through ratio goes higher up. All right, I've given you guys a lot to do.
Yes, no.
I've given you guys a lot to think about. The problem is, I need you to do it. Okay? Yeah. So update all your products, update all, see, my 2-bedroom is on there now, the Continental's on there too. So if they want to, they can click on the site and go straight there. This is better, I think, for some people than Zillow or Trulia, because if they want floor plans, if they want virtual tours. I don't know if you guys understand the power of the JD Matterport.
Who does that for you?
Okay,
Cindy.
so you click, if people say, I wanna see how high the ceiling is, you look at this. You click on the ruler, they could actually even do, hey, from here to here, tell me how high the ceiling is. 7 foot 8 inches, right?
Well, that's low.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a pre-war, it's like, it's probably
Mhm.
higher. And then I've also used this, I showed owners this and I say to them, listen, these Matterports have actually helped us also for closings, because sometimes buyers will say, oh, that leak wasn't here when you signed the contract. Or the sign up leak or whatever. I'm like, actually, this Matterport was done, you know? And then I go back to my Matterport video and I circle them like it's right there. And then they're like, shit, they can't get a credit or anything, because sometimes they do that to try to get credit.
Yeah.
Okay? But like, you have to understand, like, even rentals, I will get professional photos done. A lot of people are like, oh, rentals, I'll just shoot it with my phone. You're an extension of what you put out there. And if you put out there crappy marketing, crappy photos, crappy whatever, they're gonna not want to use you. Okay? All right. Any questions?
Yeah, can we have Cindy's contact information?
Cindy is on maternity leave, but yes, I will give you
Well, I'll call congratulations, I wouldn't ask her for work.
929 260 0919. 929 260 0919. And then, Dave Finley, I'll show you guys. If you go to Finley,
Then for the A or E?
let me see, give me 1 second. If for his Instagram is FINLAY, FILMS, Finley Films, RE. That's his IG handle. He does a lot for a Brooklyn brokerage, but I found him and asked him to help me with the neighborhood one and for the Dorian one and a few other ones that we helped put together. Okay, his phone number if you guys want it. Give me 1 second. David Finley, his phone number is 929 462 5579. Okay. So you guys have a lot to work on. Check out this guy. He does a lot too. This Bruno, he's in Canada, but you see all his products over here? He has all his listings. Right, and he has his profile over here, his extensions. He does a great job with all his listings, you see? Yeah. So this is what you guys really need to do.
Yes, done.
Yeesh.
Go work on it. Please don't just say, oh, what a great idea, and then don't do anything.
No, next time I'll make you Google my phone.
Yeah, I promise you, the ones that are doing it is gonna be so much better. But yeah, I mean, look, I have all this product right now on my Google business page, and if anybody wants anything, you could just click on it. And I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna have my name do it.
Me? Oh, sorry, I'm like shouting.
Yeah, okay? And you see how I labeled all of this too? So if, let's say, a seller wants to sell something at Lincoln or whatever, Forest Hills, all these keywords, if they even put in like, you know, co-op at the Lincoln, my thing is gonna show up, right? And hopefully they'll reach out to me if they have something to sell. Also, remember Michelle went over her mind and, mailers?
I remember that.
Guys, you have to do it. I just got a listing yesterday from it. Michelle got a listing 2 days from it. I said to the lady, I'm like, how did you hear about me? She goes, I got a postcard. I'm like, okay. I'm telling you, everything I'm teaching you will work. All you need to do is put it into action, okay? And they're the most cost effective. So these are passive, we're still in passive prospecting. This month is passive prospecting. Not calling, we're not doing, because I know many of you guys won't do it. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, they're scared, people are scared.
I already
I'm gonna-
set up, I
I'm gonna-
was told,
Let's go.
I asked my 19-year-old to do it with me, he's home now, so, he'll be in the car, I do it for now, but I set up a buddy system, but I still wanna knock on the door.
You should. I'm not saying do this and don't knock on doors and don't call. This should be done and it's passive. You don't, and then everyday activity should be proactive. Right? So you should have multiple funnels in terms of getting leads. This is not, hey, instead of cold calling, instead of mailers, instead of whatever door knocking, do this. Do it on top of proactive prospecting.
What about neighborhoods you haven't sold anything?
You could, it's up to you.
I know, but how do you market something so that you haven't sold anything? And they have a prominent realtor in that neighborhood.
I would, but if the office has something, you could write off the office's application, right? My office just closed, we have the same Main Street, and we do have other buyers that we can legal. Right? You have to build from somewhere. You gotta target the expires. I mean, there's always gonna be a dominant realtor in the neighborhood. Just what it is.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, but you gotta build from something. Because if you're not building, you're gonna just, you guys are doing the same thing over and over again. You're expecting like a different result. It's not gonna happen. I gotta build your business. That's a very old
It's
card.
working, you know, but it's like, I like, no start doing this thing.
So I wanted to show you guys that because that's every door direct mailer. I used to spend thousands of dollars sending mailers to all over the place, radius search. The Mind and White Pelican is more targeted. So I save actually a lot more money doing the Mind and White Pelican. I no longer do every door direct mailer. See it over here, it's the DDM,
Yeah,
the DDM over here. This was like, every time I sent something out, it was like $5,000.
I did a couple of times in my neighborhood, and I got zeros.
I gotta see what your mailer looks like. If it's
Exactly.
very generic, then
I'll show you.
And how many did you send out to, I think? Do you print out the labels and
no,
you don't, Remind sends it out?
no, White Pelican, you have to create your own mailing list. So go on Remind and you gotta create your own mailing list based on radius search. Yeah, I mean, you have to do it a few more times, you know? They can do it a big, yeah.
I'm gonna start.
You could do more, you know? But I did
Every quarter, I think.
I had people keep it and then tell me like months later, like, there's some people looking up anything. So, and I'm like, oh, I thought that company was 5 years ago. You know, but they keep it because
It's on their fridge, and they craft it every day, but then they're that day that they're going to say, let me go.
All right, you guys have any questions about the Google business page and then extensions out, like, you know, on those other portals that I talked about? Make sure you're fixing your online presence.
And this is the homework. Next week.
And then go on realtor.com, put your recommendations in, fix your Instagram, you know? Make sure your Instagram isn't like, you know, of you being drunk and like doing stupid stuff. Make sure it's a good account, yeah. Okay?
Well, it's a mix. I mean,